Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. I'm Astrologer Dave Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, it is that time. It is the full moon in Leo, so tonight I'll be doing spiritual dance music. Also, make sure that you check out my Hypergate and my Love Masterclass are all together in one package just for $150. It's over 70 hours of content. It's on the link down below here if you're on YouTube or even if you're on HiVibe. And make sure that you join HiVibe.tv, especially with what they're trying to do to astrology right now in the social media world. Maybe that whole entire crazy thing I said years ago and even 4 years ago, the reason why we built this studio, the reason why this whole idea came up was of looking forward in the astrology and how they were going to come after the number one place to come after, which is the truth, which is astrology. Anyway, let's take a look, see what's going on with this full moon in Leo here. And especially being the Leo King, don't miss out on that spiritual dance music tonight. It's going to be awesome. And there's so much going on right now. Now, a lot of astrologers are going to talk about this full moon in a lot of different ways. So hopefully I can offer a little bit of different insight into this full moon. And I am live, by the way, for those on YouTube right now. Like, this is me live. I'm looking at the chat. Yo. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live for this one and not put up, like a premiere. So this is different than when I put up premieres. All right. You've been seeing me more and more on YouTube lately to try and get everybody over to HiVibe before, the ship's going to be gone, on YouTube. Bye. So anyway, really interesting because this is a full moon in Leo, and it is square the nodes exactly, creating a grand cross. Now, of course, that's going to be what everybody's going to be talking about, but we got to talk about that because that's definitely bringing up a lot of the energy for this right now. Now, what does this mean? Well, really, it's the halfway point between eclipse times, right? So we had the South Node eclipse that was in December in Sag, and also that lunar eclipse that was in Taurus. But now we're at that halfway zone. But this is an important full moon because we're feeling the icy tundra of Aquarius. Now, I call it icy tundra because Saturn's there in Aquarius. Remember last year in 2021, we had Jupiter with Saturn. So it was like, okay, it kind of washed out the whole feeling of Saturn in Aquarius fully. Well, no, I'm sure you've felt this last 27 days up to this full moon here of, it's been a little disconnected, a little isolated, a little weird, even though it's not like the world has had the same restrictions on it. I guess it depends on where you live in this crazy world right now. But that's the whole thing, though, is how to find the fire in our life, how to find the excitement in our hearts back. I'm liking this full moon being at these later degrees. Don't forget that when the sun went in ingress into Aquarius, the moon was in Leo around this degree. How funny. So there's a lot of this energy that's really trying to remind ourselves here of life itself. A North Node in Taurus, which is on Algol now today. Believe it or not, on this full moon in Leo, the North Node is on Algol. But it's Taurus energy, especially with Uranus here. But that Algol energy there, Medusa? Oh, gosh. Algol is a great, powerful energy. Although it is the demon star, it does rule alcohol. We get alcohol from Algol. So this is the time to use your energy and the power of energy for good, not to use it for bad. And definitely with Jupiter, Neptune, and Pisces, if you're really playing around with the drug and alcohol world, I would not be playing around in that zone, especially with the North Node being on Algol. But I would say that this is about life. There's two ways to look at this. One, the life and the not life, which would be kind of I guess I like the term purgatory, with the South Node being in Scorpio and the sun that is squaring it in Aquarius. And that sun is at detriment. Let's not forget. Let's look at the scoreboard of the essential dignities here. That's right. The sun is at not a happy place. It's in its detriment. Yeah, that's right. It's with a negative. It does not like being here. And it's with Saturn. In its rulership. That's right. So this is not a happy place for the sun. And it's almost like having I hate to say it, but the false Leo sun energy of a full moon in Leo, okay? It's like, oh my gosh, but it's bringing up our subconscious of where have we been blocking, creating the happiness in our life that's going to make us feel the warmth again. It's even funny. I'm in California. I'm wearing a jacket. It was 80 all week into the weekend with the Super Bowl. And then now it freaking hailed. I'm like, of course. To see me in a jacket like this, I'm getting hailed. Of course I got heat in here and all that stuff. But I went outside and have a cigarette out in the studios. You know what I mean? I was cold and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wear this because it's Aquarius. It's not Leo, but the full moon in Leo reminds us of how to show up to life more again in the darkness of Saturn's world. And with Mercury that's still in shadow. Now, it just came back into Aquarius. Remember, we retrograded 10 degrees. And with Mars and Venus, this is going to be the big one I'm going to talk about, is Mars and Venus actually making their second conjunction of a 3-part conjunction series since July of 2021, which was in Leo, the first one. And now we're seeing Mars pass Venus. It's always Venus that passes Mars. It's very rare to see Mars pass Venus, okay? But this is a very limited conjunction because the next one happens on March 6th at 0 degrees of Aquarius where Venus then passes Mars. So this is a portal, and I just did a whole 3.5 hour live on High Vibe about this. Really consolidated on this Mars-Venus conjunction. But before I get to that, Mercury does not know all the answers right now, okay? It met with Pluto, and Venus retrograded over Pluto, remember, in December as well. And Venus is still in shadow, and Venus is not at full speed. Let's not forget about that. Where's Venus at right now? Venus is doing 35 minutes a day. Okay, yeah. She likes to go at about 111, 113 sometimes. She's not even going she's going half throttle, not even. But Mars is exalted in Capricorn. It loves to be in Capricorn. Let's look at that score. It's probably, +5, something like that, Mars? Yeah, +5. Mars is happy here. Jupiter's happy in its home. Saturn's happy. Venus is surprisingly happy, I guess, because Mars is on top of it, exalted. But, what's interesting here is Mercury is not happy. Well, I guess it's neutral. It's playing its neutral position because it doesn't know why. It's in shadow still. It went over Pluto. Okay, what am I trying to understand? The Venus conjunction to Pluto. It's trying to understand our relationships. It's trying to understand people. It's trying to understand what we're going to create. It's trying to understand our money system. It's trying to understand the tyranny in the world. It's trying to understand all the things right now that are going on that are extreme, that are changing the systems. But it goes all the way back to 2008 with Mars and Venus conjuncting here. And this is the second conjunction of a 3-part conjunction series. So we had Mars and Venus in July 13th of 2021 at about 18, 19 degrees of Leo. And how funny. Now we have full moon in Leo. Look at this. The exact moment of this full moon in Leo is Mars conjuncting Venus at 16:56. I have it at 16:57 because of the exact moment of the full moon. So we actually get the second conjunction of a very rare, very, very momental, because this is going to be very small moment in our lives until March 6th, of a Mars overcoming Venus, which is rare in itself, and we're never going to see this again in our lives with Pluto and Capricorn. And what's even more interesting about this is Mars is exalted and Venus is not at full speed, and she's not the happiest here. So there's this masculine takeover. There's this also, and I did all the history and the astrology on this. Go look at 2 years from now when Mars Venus meet in Aquarius with Pluto and Aquarius. You're never going to see, and I'm just going to do what I did on High Vibe just to help people out here. And I'm not trying to freak people out, because this is the most potent time of your life to make change over the next, I would say, 2 weeks, especially even more so if I were to give you an extended period of time till April. That's it. All right. I know that's rough, but I'm going to be real, because there's not much after this that's part of this world. But what's the main thing here is, let's just clear this out for a sec. Tell me what more major significant events are going to happen in Capricorn after this. Please try and tell me something amazingly crazy. There's nothing. Why? Are the nodes going to end up back into Capricorn here when Pluto's there? No. Is Uranus? Hell no. Is Chiron? No. Is Neptune? No. Is Jupiter? No, we had that in 2020. Is the sun? Yes, that happens every year. Is Saturn? No. We saw that in 2017, December 21st, 2017, literally, all the way until 2020. No. Is Mercury? Yes. We actually are going to see Mercury retrograde stuff happen again, but not like we're seeing right now. And especially, are we going to see Mars Venus again and Mars overtake Venus? No, because Venus is going slow because she's in her, I guess we could say she's in her moment that ladies all have, right? I'm in my time. I'm in my lunar cycle. She's in her own Venus 8-year cycle. She has a period every 18 months, but but she has kind of like a very intense one every 8 years in a sign. You know what I mean? Fucking people are probably like, what the fuck? But that's kind of how it is, right? So Mars can't overtake Venus ever if Venus is not slow. And you have to remember the Venus cycles of every 18 months. When she retrogrades, she's not going to retrograde in a spot here close enough to have Mars overtake Venus in Capricorn. Okay, so this is the last time in your life you will ever see Mars overtake Venus in Capricorn with Pluto in Capricorn, and this is the last major Capricorn transit of our lives. I want you to really have that one set in. I mean, for Uranus to get all the way back to Scorpio, that's fucking 41, 42 years away. Not even in Capricorn yet. Yeah, Jupiter comes in another, 10 years? Yeah, Saturn, gosh, 26 more years, 27? Like Pluto, let's wait another 250 years pretty much. So what I'm trying to tell you here is this is the problem in relationships right now. And I said this on High Vibe. I'm going to say it here on YouTube for people to get this word out to people. Okay? Very moody. Somebody saying I'm very moody? I think that you're dealing with a Leo, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like you're dealing with someone with life, not somebody who's dead. Everybody's so used to dead. Everybody's so used to boring, being like the same people. This is wake up your life here. Wake up your life here. I'm not a Cancer. I'm a Leo. Moody's like, oh God. Dramatic is Leo. I guess you don't like drama. I'm surprised that they just don't name you Moody. You should just make your name Moody and your mood ring. How boring is that? You want a life that's boring? Stay in the tundra. Stay in the tundra of shots and fucking tests and fucking watching CNN and stay in your little fucking non-moody world. Where they get moody over lying to you for fucking 5 years, 6 years now, and they won't even talk about who fucking was fucking on the other person, who was fucking on there, who was tapping in, who was lying to you, and who was really fucking tapping in and spying. Come on, do we even need to go there right now? Are you that much of a fucking idiot? I think you're a fucking idiot. I'm gonna call you out. Whoever called me Moody, you're a fucking idiot. We're living in a world right now where you fell for all the bullshit. You fell for it, and I warned you about it, and you're calling me Moody? You should be Moody that you got your ass handed to you by falling for all that bullshit. Just called it out. But this is where I haven't even dropped the bomb yet. You want me to drop the bomb? Whoever you are out there, who's ever watching this, there's a problem with relationships at this moment, okay? At this moment. This is the end of the Capricorn shit. Maybe not Pluto. Whoa. Well, hello. Maybe not Pluto. But that's happening. Next year, we're going to go into Aquarius, so let's not forget about that. You've been on a long trail. And you either became successful on your destiny and your quest, or you're still living in normie life, part of the system that's failing you right now. And you still have your high ambitions and your high hopes that you're going to make it somewhere great. I'm here to tell you it's time to fucking be honest with yourself and realize you're not going to make it. The people that are going to make it already have proven themselves. And the road just keeps opening up the next level. But this is your moment in relationships where you can't be living in your little studio apartment and trying to bring somebody who's busy and got a world that they have been accomplished with and try and fucking have them come into your little world that really has nothing going on. I'm just being honest with you. So you really want to, and you got to like, you know what? Capricorn is what keeps score. How high did you make it? Did you get a trophy? You could be one of the spectators with Saturn in Aquarius in the Super Bowl, and your team wins. And you can celebrate that all you want, that it's a great victory. But it's the people on the field, the people who did the plays, the people who did the long work of Pluto since 2008, that where we've got to, and this is the end of the big Capricorn transits. There's there's nothing glorious, no eclipses, no nothing. This is the last rare event to happen in Capricorn. And it's happening on a full moon in Leo. So you know what it does? Look, it sounds the ego base. That's right. The people who don't have an ego are going to get crushed because they are actually living in a world where they realize that they did not go anywhere. They went to Bali and fucking tried to do whatever in the spiritual community and tried to be like, I'm off the system, but really they didn't get off the system. They stayed in the same system. That's what I'm trying to say. And they didn't get anywhere. And if you follow history and you follow what's going to happen here with Pluto and Aquarius, you didn't carve a path. You didn't fully follow your destiny. You didn't get where you needed to go. This is where you have to start to realize that there are people that did, that you learned stuff that you have to be part of. This is the domination of a Mars and a masculine energy and an exaltation over a Venus that is weak right now. And you need to see the way that look at the world right now. Do you really think that, your new, I'm going to use this, I'll use the example of a Super Bowl commercial. You really think that chick with the seashell commercial, it's going to go really good? I'm going to start a new business on Squarespace right now at the end of Capricorn, and the last Capricorn major crazy transit to happen, and I'm going to fucking make it big. Do you really think that? Capricorn is slow? Pluto is slow. And you're trying to fucking right now find your partner and bring them into your world because of your own wants and your own needs that did not show up fully in your path. That's the hardest shit I'm going to give you in life right there. And you know what? Just because it was when I was on High Vibe doing this earlier tonight, people were kind of like, man, some people were, most people get it with me, because I got receipts. That's one thing. Most people don't have receipts. So, that's the sad part about life. That's another part of Capricorn. Do you have receipts? You either exceed to the top in life or you don't. And then you know what? You can still be part of the collective and exceed to the top, but you just have to be understanding where you're in alignment with. So we'll go on my website and click on my blog. And we'll go 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Ironically, on the week that we're in. February 19th, 2012. Reaching your greatest potential. Pluto and Capricorn in the meaning of 2012. And we can go down here. And we could look at this. And you can look at this on my site, theleoking.com. We could talk about, the great alignment of 1776 and the Pluto that we're seeing, the return of America and stuff. That's all cool. Or the Mongolian Empire in the 1200s. Or the taxation without representation, or, now we deal with debt and a loss of control with our tax money. I see big changes happening without the structure of our government, the power of control within the reach, and the new plan for our nation will come together. Like I said, Pluto exposes truth and all the deceit and the lies and the secrets we carry, especially in the areas of control that are going to be exposed. Watch the world as the lies are exposed and the truth will be told. Pluto makes small moves but long strides. Expect small exposures to lead to big overall exposure of deceit in the name of control. Oh. But apply this to your life right now. Did you honestly really think in your life, I'm going to trigger people with this one, and the people who won't be triggered will be like, oh, I did that. But the people who will be triggered are the people who did not. Did you stay on the same path and own it, and it continued through this Saturn and Pluto in 2020 and did not force you to stop? That's how you know that you were on the right path. If the universe told you to stop what you're doing, and the control systems were able to stop you from doing it, you were on the wrong path. You were in the system that is going to die, because with this power, you can reach anything you want, but you have to realize that this is a moment for you to make, what are you, the Venus or the Mars in this situation now? Do you have the structure? Did you lay down the tracks to get where you need to go? Or are you going to be honest with yourself and be like, you know what? It's time for me to partner and align with people and find the happiness and bring what I learned on the journey. I wasn't maybe building structures, but I can help with the people who built the structures, because those people are going to need other things that they were too focused on things. That's what I'm trying to bring. And if you're confused, I'm really sorry, but that's pretty fucking easy and clear. Like, come on. Like, this is not, if you want to go to kindergarten and you want me to pull out the glue stick, fuck it, I will. But I'm so sick, all the astrologers on here on YouTube, it's the most boring shit I've ever seen in my life. I swear to God, and they're not going deep into this shit, and they're not going to fucking teach you shit anymore. They're all fucking woke as fuck. They're too afraid to call shit out. They don't have receipts. Like, I'm done. I'm done. Because you know what? They didn't get anywhere. They're sitting there and they're flipping because they're going to cancel astrology right now. And if you haven't been seeing all the reports, or you don't own a Facebook group, the first Facebook astrology group is owned by the Leo King. And guess what it says? We are taking down the keywords of astrology and tarot and all that shit. So if you want to sit here and give me shit right now, when I warn people about this before everyone, and I had the first Facebook astrology group in the world, and I'm the one who fucking told you all, and I'm trying to teach you right now this astrology to wake yourself up out of this fucking tundra of craziness and get the fuck out into the life that's going to make you thrive and live, instead of living in this crazy woke-topian dead tundra of emptiness. Jesus Christ. Man. What am I smoking? I'm smoking a full moon in Leo on my rising sign. Gee, whoever, you know what? You should go back to your little whiny spiritual thing and get it on your yoga mat and drink your green juice and say everything's going to be fine. And you did no history and no astrology on what's coming. You did none of it. Go do that and think the world's coming back to normal and everything's going to go back to normal. Like, for real, are you really going to throw that one at me? I love being live on YouTube because I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. Like, you know what? Because you know what? On High Vibe, we all see the shit. We're not in the fucking normie fucking world anymore. We went High Vibe and we look at the truth. You don't want to look at the truth. You want to think that I fucking, you think I went and got a free crack pipe from Joe Biden and smoked crack this morning? You're a fucking idiot. But when it's a full moon on my rising, my Mercury, but I guess you don't even know my chart, so you don't know that I'm 26 Leo rising with fucking Regulus, Mercury on the top, and I'm a fucking Leo sun. I'm going to come with all the fucking heat. So, sorry I'm not smoking free crack pipes from fucking Joe Biden. This is what I'm going to try and show you. Well, one part is the most important part of the next 12 years is to stay on your goals. The higher the ambition, the taller the mountain you climb. The universe has aligned all of us to reach as high as we can. It's here to get us all to the best space. But the hard part of Capricorn is keeping tallies. And I'm here to tell you that this is the last big transit of Capricorn, and it's only a couple weeks long, and that's it. You're not going to see anything that exciting, except Pluto, which is a big deal. But I'm telling you that the sands of time have ended in Capricorn. So this is where you think you're still out on your yoga mat. We're going to be okay. I'm telling you that we're right here, right now. This is all that's left. Uh-oh. Gone. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to wake you up about. Like, you know? So, there was this one part here, and it was just going to be about the death that you have to experience. Oh, yeah. It is hard for us to deal with Pluto's unforgiving ways because, of course, he is the god of the underworld. His darkness is what brings light. Death is not a fun place. The dark is scary in a world full of so much light. In order to go to heaven, as many believe, or to move on to the next life, or to transcend another dimension, we must die to move on to our next journey. Well, you must kill and end your ambitious aspect that you need to keep score and really see, are you in a control system on yourself and trying to block everything? Because I'm going to show you with the astrology now that with Mars and Venus here meeting up, with Mars dominating over Venus, which is rare, but you probably don't know that moody person and the person telling me that I'm smoking fucking something in the morning. You probably don't even know that this Mars-Venus conjunction just didn't meet up naturally. Like they did, of course, met naturally, spiritually, but meaning that it's not the norm. It's Venus that always passes Mars. But you don't know that. And I'm trying to help you, but you just triggered. Stay triggered and have fun in your little woketopia. Yeah, we need drama back. We're in a world with no drama. It's fucking disgusting, the world we live in. You know why? Because it's got no life. Nobody expresses themselves. Everybody's just fucking, oh my God, Joe Rogan, so bad. Oh my God. No, you were just an idiot and got the fucking, and you're fucking scared because you know they don't know what the fuck's going to happen. That's why you're scared of him. Because your cognitive dissonance doesn't want to look at that. Or when they said that, oh, that stuff goes away within a day and it dissipates in 2 days. Now the reports are saying 8 weeks. And people who got it, it's in your lymph nodes right now. That report, peer-reviewed by, I think it's like 20 different scientists and doctors around the world. You probably don't want to look at that info. Or you probably don't want to look at Project Veritas, but they just dropped a new bomb today from the FDA. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Like, you are so dumb. We need a Leo to fucking say you're so dumb. You went and followed the sheep like a fucking Aquarian. So, this is my honest truth about this full moon in Leo. You need to be honest in yourself, at the most honest, and be like, am I still trying to go somewhere and it doesn't keep climbing my life? It doesn't keep actually getting me to where it's going. And am I, with the South Node in Scorpio and with the Sun in Aquarius, it's like, are you in this dark world where you just keep putting this control on, blocking the good stuff? And I like to say, right, it's like, oh, you're trying to bring some great person into your life, some great new energy into your life, but you want the whole entire world and the circus to fit through your one bedroom fucking apartment door? This is a full moon in Leo with Regulus. And yes, Regulus is in Virgo, but unless you were born after 2012, you have Regulus in Leo. So I'm talking to the people born pre-2012. I'm not talking to the 10-year-olds. So this is bringing up, how are you going to find that regal happiness in your life and be honest with yourself and be so honest with yourself and be like, am I blocking my happiness by one, the world, by worrying about what other people think? And more importantly, am I blocking it because I'm on some quest to achieve some high greatness when the sands of time have already shown me whether or not the truth is there that I will be successful in this place? Am I trying to, especially the females out there, I don't care if I get canceled for this shit because it's just fucking astrology. And if you don't like astrology, well, you know, maybe you shouldn't watch it anymore. But Mars is strong, and it is overcoming Venus right now. And this is the feminine energy that is trying to have this really weird, trying to have this some I need to prove myself. Oh, I got to prove myself before I can do this or enter into happiness in my life. I got to get somewhere to where you ready. I'm here to say it's time to check score. Check the fucking score. Did you even get a point on the board yet? Or are you still in, well, eventually I'll get that going, and eventually I can't right now in my life. I'm still figuring it out. You are an idiot. You're going to miss out on everything in your life. This is the most potent shit we are going to have. I don't know if you're going to get more potent. I really don't know over the next couple weeks and into the next month and a half. After that, I mean, this is a dream world. This is Jupiter sextile Uranus at the same time. And you know what it's going to say? Yeah, you got to pack your bags about what's not being created and go to what's the good shit in order to get the dream. And you got to, Jupiter in Pisces is about letting go. That's where the great things are, is like letting go. And surrendering and allowing the natural, divine, beautiful energy to come in. While at the same time, Uranus and Taurus is, if I'm really not creating anything and it's not working, am I going to continue trying to fix and repair something that actually never even was anything? That's what this North Node 2 that kind of scares me. On Algol in square to the sun and the moon during this full moon and to the south node in Scorpio. This Grand Cross is a fixed cross, and it's like, are you going to miss out on the Wheel of Fortune, the World card in tarot? Are you going to miss out on your greatest life because you have entitlement issues of trying to prove yourself and block things? Because the south node dispositor, with the south node being in Scorpio, what's the ruler of Scorpio? Pluto. Oh, it's in Capricorn. Control. So, you know, you're just going to miss out on all the good stuff and beautiful and making all these great things with this very rare, because you know what? It's kindergarten, it seems like, up in this chat room tonight. Fuck. That's what happens when I don't go on YouTube. People become kindergarten astrology. You know what I mean? Like, they're fucking so bad. So there's fucking 1, 2, 3 conjunctions of Mars, Venus within the year. Get out of your Gregorian calendar for a second and don't be like, well, 2022, 2021. No, July 13th, 7/13 of 21, we had Mars, Venus at 19 Leo. Oh, how funny. Leo. Number 2 is today, 2/16/22 at 16 Cap. And on March 6th, 22, it will be at 0 Aquarius. When in this one, the 1 and the 3, it was Venus overcoming Mars. It's this one that's different. Why? It's Mars overcoming Venus. 2, it's very short, 2/16. So there's only 28 days in February, not a leap year. So what's that? 12 plus 6, that's 18 days. 18 days is all this portal is. And it's a rare one with Mars in Capricorn exalted that you will never see in your life with Pluto in the same sign. that will both pass over Pluto, never again in your life, in Capricorn. This is the full moon where you need to be honest with yourself and realize this is bringing back the old roles of masculine and feminine. This is bringing back, I know that it's going to trigger Shani Nichols out there. You know what I mean? Like, does she even do astrology? Go watch her on fucking TV because when they ask her to do a horoscope, she just goes, the full moon is a full moon. But, I guess she believes that Capricorn can be masculine and probably that Sag can be feminine. Oh, but I forgot. No, astrology has a set of rules that we live by. Oh, my God. So anyway, this is a moment where the masculine energy is here to deliver for the feminine in Capricorn. I have the system. I have the way. I've got all the shit. I've been working my ass off to get here. This is a destruction land that Saturn and Pluto destroyed. So don't be in your little woke-topia watching your woke vision and like, you can do it. When you, since 0 Capricorn, have the tracks really done it? So if you're in that partnership and you two are just not on the same tracks, this is the end. Or you're an idiot. If you're single and you're trying to control somebody and you really don't have tracks in your life to come into your life, which has no tracks, you're an idiot. Or let's say you're somebody who has a lot of tracks in your life and you're on your destiny and you want to align right now. And guess what? You're falling for somebody that's trying to fucking pull you into their one little fucking moment that they don't really have much in their life. You're an idiot. Wow, the ego? You really think that's ego? You want to see ego? Just fucking watch fucking people that are trying to go watch Justin Trudeau talk. Like, wow. You really think this is ego? I'm trying to help you out here for free. For free. Straight up. And you know what? I'm not afraid to say that I support the freedom movement. I support the truckers. Justin Trudeau is great. Wow. Wow. So you're going to go down in history as the person who supports tyranny. That's like saying that you support Hitler. Straight up. You support Hitler. How? I guess, but you don't do history. So I guess you just fucking, wow. Wow. Oh, ego. You're watching the biggest egos in the world control the population right now and control the world and lied to you the whole entire last 2 years. Completely lied. Oh, and then lied to you for the last 6 years saying that, it was Trump that was working with the Russians. Oh, go look at the Durham report and go look at the testimony and go look at the evidence and go look at, no, Hillary paid for that and spied. But you don't want to believe it. And I was calling all that shit out this whole time. And you guys thought I was Q. I don't do any Q shit. I just do astrology. You think the biggest fucking lies of the whole world, which I just showed you receipts I was calling out 10 years ago, had peaked out in 2020. And even when I did Age of Deception in September of 2016 with Neptune in Pisces with the South Node, square Saturn and Sag, you didn't believe me. You called me egotistical because I was trying to say that there was a great deception going on and it was looking like it was from the Democrats and because of the astrology. But no, I'm going to be a Leo here and I'm going to call out the fucking cracker fucking, the Cracker Jack crowd here. That's fucking all, you guys are all Cracker Jacks. You guys are all fucking just following all the fucking, no, I'm going to do it. You just regurgitated. You didn't even come out of and create your own system. That's what I'm trying to say. You're just, you know what? I'm going to give you the harshest fucking shit you've ever seen in your life. Because you're not on high vibe probably because you're trying to save $10 to go watch free shit that's going to be taken off that doesn't give you truth. Cognitive dissonance. You want to see what's coming with the astrology? You really know what happened when Pluto left Capricorn, went into Aquarius, and then ingressed back in? It was Valley Forge. And you know what the number one gripe was of Washington, who we could say, this is a good example, the whole Pluto Capricorn transit was a commander, but before that was a captain, was always in the military, was all part of the colonies creating a continental convention and the Continental Congress and creating the Continental Army and creating the idea of freedom. He's one of the many, and all those people who were dedicated and they saw it work. So when you get to the end of Pluto Capricorn, you're on the high horse, but if you were one of the people being like, no, I'm just following the daily shit, no, I'm still going to get it. We all need each other, but guess what? You're there on the ground. That's what I'm trying to say. But also, what was Valley Forge? What was it so big? Oh, it was when Washington led 12,000 men when the Continental Army had to flee and get out of Philadelphia and escape from British capture. And 1,700 to 2,000 soldiers died from disease and possibly exaggerated by malnutrition because of supply chain issues. Do you not read the shit on the wall, the writing on the wall? It sucks. I have to come here and I have to always come back on YouTube and I have to fucking deliver it and then come back to High Vibe because all these triggered people you're all drones. You're drones. You're drones. You can't even put that shit together in your head. You want to see what's even more hardcore? Valley Forge. No one had to tell him to save food and equipment. Oh. What was Washington's biggest Valley Forge moment? Was training militia into soldiers, because they didn't Pluto Capricorn being a soldier. They weren't a soldier prior. They were just normal people following the system that ended. And then it was like, now you're in the army. Or you're part of the Redcoat Army. And this is the fucking weirdos in this chat right now. This is, you think, oh, my job in insurance and da-da-da-da-da. Like, welcome to your new life if you don't start making some changes now. And because you don't have rank and order and you didn't fucking make it, guess what? You're not on a high horse in a warm tent. You're outside, malnutrition with supply chains like you're seeing now. You need to wake the fuck up on this full moon in Leo. It takes Leos to wake people up, to get people out of the fucking static frequencies of Aquarius and where everybody's doing the stupid shit and following what everybody else is doing. It takes a Leo to say no. Because it's the sun. It's the sun. So, well, you know what? I wanted to show, there was one other picture that we were looking at tonight, and it was actually really it woke a lot of people up. And I remember it so well. Here we go. Here's to the crazy people in the chat that are fucking losers. Do you think, why is it that in the Continental Army, during the beginning of Pluto and Aquarius, at the end of Capricorn, why is this guy wearing a uniform and why is all these guys not? Oh, this is gonna hurt for all those little fucking weirdos out there that fucking just want to sit in triggered land. This would be like, I'm going to give you a typical moment right now of this full moon in Leo of a relationship issue. Imagine this guy right here telling this dude, let's imagine this is a girl, okay? Or guy, whatever, whichever one you want to think. How about this? This is the girl, the Venus right now that's weak in Capricorn that Mars is overdoing, and this is Mars in Capricorn on the top of the hill, okay? But at the end of Pluto's transit, that would be like, he's got his eyes focused and has already planned where it's all going and has been on this mission from Pluto and Capricorn the last 12 to 15 to 16 years, okay? This chick, is she even looking at the field? Of course, no. She's looking at her fucking hair and whatever's on his hair being like, I don't know, does that look good? But that would be right now like, I want you on the hill, dude, to come into my world. Take off whatever your plans are. I know you're busy, but I don't have much going on, but like I do. I'm going to be really successful one day, but like, you know, come into my world. No. This dude's going to say, fuck no. I have a mission. I'm committed. We've been on this mission a long time. You can take it however you want. I'm just trying to give you guys an example. That right now in relationships, you need to realize, are you this person? Or are you this person? And don't be delusional and try to make yourself this person with no fucking evidence and no trophies and no real concrete scoring. If your life hasn't advanced dramatically in Capricorn fashion, I'm here to say it's time for you to find this person in your life. That's harsh. You all know my plan of action, but if you go on High Vibe, you get the whole plan of action. I can't even say it on here. I already told you they were going to ban astrology. What are they trying to do right now? Gee, Merry Christmas. Oh my God. I'll give you one more example and then we'll move on to the end of this. You know, this is Canada right now. This is where it's going. But you probably don't know your history and you probably don't know much about the Boston Massacre. So we'll not even go into that. Where was it? It was so funny. It was like right here. You know what? Maybe it was the Valley. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's another way to look at it. This is how to know whether or not you really are on the right Capricorn trail. Here's Washington. Would you, if you were to, let's say Washington's the dude, and you're the chick way back here in your little studio apartment and didn't get shit done. Oh man, I'm going hard. All right. And you were like walking up or talking on an app or whatever and reaching out to watch, hey, come back here. Come back here. What do you think? Washington be like, I'm sorry, but like, you know, unless, you know, I can make dinner maybe at the camp later tonight. But like, you know, there's a lot going on right now. I don't have the time, Capricorn, to fuck with all of your like not time shit that you haven't figured out. That's relationships right now. So the have-nots are wanting the haves to go walk into their world, and the haves just don't have time to go. But that's this transit. And that's, you know, it sucks because as I sit here and I look at old astrology books and I look at it, that's Mars overcoming Venus in an exalted position at the end of a Pluto transit, and with Mercury that doesn't know everything yet, and a full moon in Leo on Regulus that's opposing a tundra of woke people, a tundra of ice and disconnection, and people who have been following what everybody else has done and haven't been innovative and creative and been through a Saturn-Uranus square where I said experiments gone bad. Societal fucking things that are not going to go right. Deceit and lies that would be exposed. And that includes within yourself of this moment. Are you South Node and Scorpio just trying to hold on to control and trying to prove something that's not really anything big? We're all here to hear for it. We all have compassion with Jupiter and Neptune, but it's also the delusions of grandeur. And Jupiter sextile Uranus is you only get the amazing, crazy, radical thing. Remember, Jupiter Uranus met in 2010 in Pisces and then went into Aries and then retrograded back. But we're in Jupiter sextile Uranus. We're at the waning square or the waning sextile. So that was Pluto in Capricorn at the beginning of it. Like, are you really moving forward in your life or are you going backwards? And are you really subconsciously not willing to see that you are not advancing forward in your life and you're too afraid to have the best thing in your life? You're too afraid to really have anything great. Because now that the North Node's in Taurus, you have to look at the real value of things. That's why, look at the money, look at the economy, look at all this shit. What's really worth it in life? What's really got value and what doesn't? And you know, this is where it's all affecting love and the blocks that you're creating from love in your life and not calling out this crazy, woke, crazy, radicalized ideas that have created a tundra and a disconnection and a tyranny on humanity. And anybody that supports that tyranny on humanity, let them have their voice. That's what freedom is about. But they are all, you want to be on that side, it doesn't go well at the end of the day. And at this point, after all these years, after everything that I have fucking told you that would happen, it has all happened, including the shit about the fucking election shit now. And you know, Joe Biden, oh wait, he used the same lawyer and situation that only Hillary Clinton used? I warned every single person that ever watches my videos for fucking so long. The woke specific is creating tyranny, segregation, forcing you to get something. And if you support that, hey, trust me, there's a million things I really want to say, but it's not my place to say that, but I can just tell you, wake up. Get off that side of darkness. You're on the side of darkness. Leo roars. Let's not forget about that. This is a lion. The full moon in Leo here with Regulus is remembering the regal humanity, and that Leo comes before Aquarius. Love, happiness, and being your true, authentic self with not caring what the crackerjack crowd says, not caring what people have to say, and living in and being a living, shining example now with it's switching from a full moon in Leo at the exact same time that Mars, Venus do this crazy little, like I showed you earlier, the 1, 2, 3. And we have just this little moment here to wake up in our own self, because it's going to be potent. Jupiter and Neptune are coming together. That hasn't happened since 1856. That started Civil War shit. That was when General Lee thought it was, oh, we need to do the right things for slaves. We know better than them. Gosh, that sounds like every single person that's all about the fucking shot. Oh, the doctors know better for you. You know, no. Robert E. Lee thought that slavery was better for slaves. And he was wrong. So if you're going to be one of those people right now that are like, oh no, it's better right now to get that, and you're going against this and all that. You're a fucking General Lee. For real. Biden tried to use that in a speech. Didn't really work when he was doing exactly what they were doing back then. So, at the end of the day, when are you going to roar again in your life for love, for happiness, and for true liberty and not tundra coldness? When are you going to learn to let go of the relationships that aren't working in your life? And when are you going to be honest with yourself with the ones that really are? And stop blocking them out. That's what this is about. This is a rare moment in your life to make the biggest course correction that you've ever gotten in your life, to get off the wrong side of the fence, to get out of the wrong partnerships, to get out of the wrong situations that are not working in your life, and that you got to take stock and you got to be honest with yourself and know what the fuck is coming over the next year with Pluto coming into Aquarius, and do your history, and don't end up in a tundra, because if you stay in this tundra, you might as well end up like homeboy. That's where your life will go. And you can hate me all you want, but I'm trying to steer you the fuck away from this and wake you up. You know? Like, wake up. I don't know how better else to tell you. A full moon in Leo with a Mars-Venus conjunction with Mars exalted. Remember, let's not forget, I hate to say this one too, about this astrology. Oh my gosh, though, but it's just truth. The sun is at detriment with Saturn. That's in its it's dignified. You're an idiot. If you are following all this for equity, it's equality, not equity. Number one, you're not a fucking house with equity on it. When they start saying, oh, it's equitable, they're using money terms. They're looking at you as money. Oh, equity. You're a fucking idiot. You're falling under the spell I warned you about, and this is the biggest spell that's going to try and make people think that only good people come across a certain way, that only good people do these things and talk to you like Justin Trudeau, like he knows. Only good people take away money from people that are standing for freedom. Only good people fucking send martial law in on fucking kids. Only good people force others to get shots. Wake the fuck up. And stop being a fucking pussy. Like, this is Mars in fucking Capricorn. This is now the full moon in Leo, and this is a sun in Aquarius that has had its ass beaten out and going, yeah, I don't fucking want to deal with this fucking woke shit no more. I don't want to deal with this shit. I want real freedom, and I'm not going to isolate myself anymore. It takes courage, I know. But you got to take stock on why you're trying to be a controlling asshole and block the real truth of what you really desire in your life. And stop hanging around the partners and the relationships that are not on the same tracks as you. And that's what this is. I mean, Jupiter is squaring Antares and Aldebaran too. You have to make your choice for the Palladians or the Reptilians right now with this Jupiter. Which one are you going to choose? All the fucking reptilian energy is with Antares and Sag. You know what that is? One big solid belief that all sides, everybody fits into one thing. Right? the great red giant. Or you're going to be with the seven sisters and Aldebaran and Archangel Michael and understand the beauty of humanity and the uniqueness of humanity. It's up to you. It's up to you. Am I nervous? Maybe. I'm not scared. I'm more nervous about a world that people have fallen so far down the fucking wrong hole, especially in the spiritual community, that have lost their ability to navigate, to trust the divine, to do research, to actually spend the time. Pluto and Capricorn is commitment to something for a long time. Not just checking in on it on Instagram once a week. Not just spreading a fucking quick meme. And my number one concern is that the world is the farthest away from love on this full moon in Leo. And love is not about this, well, it's about how nice you are to people. Love is calling people out when they need to wake up. Love is fucking Neo and fucking Trinity coming back together, and the people that come together to wake her up. Love is people that fucking will call you out on your bullshit when you're fucking doing tyrannical shit and you're part of a system that's feeding it. Love is fucking with a relationship with somebody that sees the same vision and is willing to go through shit together and fucking own it all the way and do the highest fucking work for the light and for freedom and for all humanity. Not be silent, not fucking sit here and not fucking roar what it needs to be roared about when our rights, when global tyranny is happening, when an Olympics is causing tyranny, when everything is fucking on the line and you're not saying shit. You're a weak ass piece of shit in life. And for somebody to call you out on that, instead of the media that's telling you to shut up and be scared and we're going to fucking put you on a terror list and we're going to fuck it, you can't be scared. That's love. Love is courage to do what nobody else will do. Not, you really want the age of Aquarius? You think it's all everybody in humanity getting the same shit? No, it's not. Don't buy that lie. That's Saturn's world. It's Uranus's world. It's sinister. And you really want to look at the procession? We're going from Pisces, to Aquarius? That's the last two signs of the zodiac. We look back at ancient history and we go, man, during that age of Aries and the age of Taurus, it looked pretty nice. It's because it was. But we can make that change here, and it's going to require the opposite always, which is Leo. It was in 1991 into 92. It was the idea of the Saturn Aquarius, and I saw some chick on Instagram post, maybe, marriage and love is just overrated and we should just all be friends. I'm like, you sound just like fucking they did in the 90s with the show Friends. Seinfeld. Oh, yeah, we just date. We used to date, but we're friends now. We're just going to keep it cool. And then by the time we got to, North Node in Leo and the eclipses in Leo, oh, my God. It was like, oh, wait, actually, your friend fucked you over because they fucked the person that you were secretly liking, but you were just trying to keep it cool. And now you're not friends no more, and they took your love of your life away because you played it too cool. The people who are playing it too cool right now are going to lose. Jurassic Park came out. It was created while being in Saturn Aquarius, and it launched in movie theaters Saturn at 0 degree Pisces. And what was that whole movie about? What was the main scene? And this was Saturn square Uranus for us that we just had. It's like a theater room. Projector room. Here. This is when they just see Jurassic Park. And what do all you scientists think? And all three of them go, this is all going to end up really bad. And only who agrees with them is the lawyer. That's the shot. The lawyers are causing... Go look at the new Project Veritas that just got exposed from the FDA. It's the lawyer who wants it for the money. The scientists don't agree. And do you remember in Jurassic Park, when you go down the series, they silence Malcolm and call him crazy. Even though he was there and called out the chaos theory that there will be life. And what just came out during the Super Bowl is Jurassic Park Dominion. And who's back? All of them. All of them. And what do they say when the little baby raptor's now with her mom Blue? Oh, life finds a way. So, you really want to play this woke game more? You're going into Jurassic Park. Because you know what? We're all in it. And at the end of the day, we have no idea what's going to happen. And you know, the only thing that we have in common in Age of Aquarius is that we're all trying to run away and survive at the same time. That's where it's at. And nobody thinks about this. I went to Conscious Life Expo, and this is what I described to people because I had a room full of fucking people shot up, and I'm not going to go in there and fucking freak them out and realize that the experiment was bad. And the gene therapy went bad on the dinosaurs, too. It's a jewel. It's just a fucking nicotine. That's where I'm going to end things. That if you really want to like stay and you know what was the other thing? I don't want kids. I'm going to stay disconnected. They don't end up together. In Jurassic Park 3, oh, she goes on and marries another guy and has a baby. I'm not afraid to sit here and say what I have to say because it's truth. And it takes courage to live in truth, to be in truth, and to speak truth. But you know, we're living in a world today that, gosh, you're not hearing that. Especially in the astrology community. There's some. Very rare, though. Most of them are too scared. Or, you know what? They're just, I hate to say it, they've been compromised. They fell into the fucking trap that every single old astrology book warned them about. And what's most sad is most of them were there for civil rights and for all these great things with Pluto Uranus. And then Pluto came and squared Uranus and continues to. And they're trying to, they're advocating for people that are protesting for freedom of all genders and all fucking races and all people, that they're bad people. And if you follow any of those people, you should double check yourself and make sure you're on the side of the light, because that's dark shit. That's the darkest it fucking gets. It doesn't get darker than that. And this is, I'm going to use my full moon in Leo and my rising to fucking, and with all my Mercury exact, to let you all know this shit and to get it out there to people. And this is the shit you miss on High Vibe. Of course, not all amped up like this on a full moon in Leo. I'm always amped up on a full moon in Leo, but when it's in my first house, usually it's in my 12th, when I'm more chilled back. But this one's in my first. So, being a 26-degree Leo rising with Mercury conjunct the rising exact in it's like I very rarely get a full moon in my first house in Leo. I usually get it in Virgo. So, let's see what the cards have to say. King of Wands upright. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Well, I think that, this is really, where do you stand in the real true loyalty of real happiness and love? This is the Leo card, one of them. Are you ready to step forward and bring that really happiness into your life? Are you ready to really be it? But, I don't know which door is going to open and create. Oh, we all don't know how it's going to look on the other side, but we got to take a stand. We got to take a stand for love. We got to take a stand for not living in this fucking tundra of like white energy of just like deserted fucking icicles everywhere. The challenge card here is the Three of Swords. You're afraid of getting your heart broken? Welcome to Leo. It's dramatic. Love is dramatic. It's you know what? Love wouldn't be love if there wasn't the possibility of heartbreak. That's the thrill. That it could go all wrong. But that's also what makes us be better and show up better and be better in relationships and be better. If you're just sitting in Woketopia that everybody's supposed to be good and now what's going to be next on fucking AOC's agenda, that nobody's allowed to break up with somebody, or they're a fucking misogynist, or they're a fucking egomaniac? Do you see where it's all starting to go? Overall, here's the 10 of Wands. Drop all the weight that's too heavy in your life and go towards the most sweetest, best, awesome shit in the world. You have Mars that is on top of Venus, exalted, that's extending its hand like, let's go together, darling, and make the fucking, and go to the best place and the shit that I have built. Stop. If you don't have shit right now in your life that really can get anywhere, you actually do in other ways. But we're talking about the actual physical Capricornian way. Then take the hand of the person that does and join teams. This is where teams need to join up. This is where people need to join up and stop being in the tundra of aloneness and shit. What's the point in having, for me, a huge studio and me being in here alone? That's why I have employees. That's why I have talent on the app. Spiritual advice card is the Queen of Pentacles. It's time to go manifest the greatest happiness in our life. Not be worried about what doorway it looks like or trying to find the doorway. It's whether or not we're standing true in our heart and we're ready when it shows up to do something about it, and not be afraid of heartbeat, and stop going towards people, energy, and life. That's not it. That's not it, that we know it is not. I appreciate you all very much. Spiritual dance music tonight. And check out, if you want to check out my Love Masterclass and Hypergate, it's all together, 70 plus hours for $150. It's on the link down below. And then we'll see you for spiritual dance music tonight. It's been great being back for Deep Love Tarot. And I'm going to put as much as I can out here on YouTube to wake people up, as I always do when it gets intense. But, if you don't see where this is all going, with the trucker convoy, with all that, astrology's on the list. And I warned, I said, they're coming after the spiritual community, because that's the only place of truth. The ultimate truth has been astrology. That's the great secret. It's the secret behind UFOs. It's the secret behind everything that you want an answer to. That they are going to block that. And I'm just trying to tell you right now, because then they're going to call it pseudoscience. And why do you think they've been doing this whole, what's the science? It wasn't about a fucking pandemic. It was about getting rid of the one thing they've always tried to get rid of since the beginning of humanity. Man and women's divine connection to the universal divinity and God, and the way to understand it and to put actual validity to it. And that's truth. And if any astrologer out here in the world is going to try and call me out and say otherwise, then they are not an astrologer and they are a shill. I love you all very much. It's been fun being overdramatic. Don't forget, I'm a fucking Leo, and you're talking to the guy who's been on fucking reality shows to build his astrology career back in the day. Let's not forget that. I guess you guys watch too many of these fucking YouTubers that have never been on a TV show in their life, and have never been on a reality show, and have never been a true Leo, and have never been a dramatic, extreme person that will get you the message in a fun, exciting, and dramatic way and call fucking bullshit when it's out. But you know what? We're in a world now that they want us all to be opposite of that. They don't want man. They don't want masculine. They don't want anything calling shit out. They don't want roars. They don't want love. They don't want any of this shit. They want you to fucking wear a mask and make out with your fucking partner. Good luck with that. And have fun with those HIV test kits. Pfft. People that know. We're not dumb. Adios. Love you all. See you for spiritual dance music. Don't be afraid because you trusted the science the whole time.